Hello everyone. Hope you all been having a pretty good start of the week. Okay, I don't know why I was like trying to make it different. But yes, today's Tuesday, not Monday, so hope your Monday went well as your Tuesday. And welcome. Uh and a good? I mean, yes, that was me when I was deciding on like what to do for my schedule this week. Unlike, is this good on this day and time? I mean, look, on the schedule, literally Thursday just says indecisiveness. Because yes, that accurately portrays like my mental state on like, I need the schedule out, but I need to put something. So there is something. Just nothing definitive. Also, I mean, majority of the time you're not late. You're just typing late, and that doesn't mean you're late. Like I feel 1 out of 4 times you type late is you actually being late. If anything, you're early. No, obviously, in terms of like stuff that's happening soon, and I shared it in the Discord. And speaking of things being early, is apparently the tomorrow Sony is going to have its state of play, and locally it is 6 a.m. So I'm just like, why? Because it's like, one, obviously it's early. Two, it's a work day. Three, since I'm not alone anymore, I definitely can't do a watch along of it. So just gonna hopefully be up on my own time to watch it. If not, just avoid social media until I watch it myself. But definitely looking forward to seeing how that goes. Blaming the Corgi brain for being late. Ugh. Hello, welcome. Also, yes, Core Keeper is pretty fun. It's easy to ignore social media. Yeah, true. I just have to not open it. I guess it's just a little bit of a harder situation when it's one of your pin tabs. But yeah, like definitely looking forward to that tomorrow. Or yes, obviously, on social media. Yes, social media, the part that the thing to ignore sometimes. Uh, Everyone making the very low hanging fruit joke about like, oh, it's probably going to be all remasters, and as usual, I feel like maybe it's just like the the getting older person in me, but I'm just like, who finds these jokes funny? Like the purposely trying to be deprecating or cynical jokes, if you can even call them jokes. It's just like, wow, I see you're trying to say something witty, and just like 1,000 other people are so original. Like, I don't know. But then again, I guess that's humor in general. And yeah, it's just like, it's weird. What comes first, Silk Song or GTA 6? Uh, Honestly, with the rate thing. Wait, didn't GTA 6 a few weeks ago say it got delayed, or am I thinking of a different game? Because like I felt like there was an article that said it got delayed, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe that. Uh, where was that? Where was that? Because I feel like I remember hearing that it might not be 2025, but actually may reach all the way until 2026. Because if I'm remembering that correctly, I will say Silk Song first. If GTA was not delayed to 2026, then I'll honestly say GTA first, then Silk Song. Because we've seen GTA 6 more recently than Silk Song, just saying. No, GTA 6 was always scheduled for 2025. it was that it might have been delayed to 2026. But if that was never really a thing, then obviously don't mind it. I will say GTA 6 will happen first. If it was delayed until 2026, then Silk Song will happen first. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. But in terms of either of them appearing like tomorrow regardless, highly doubt it. Because I think like, well, a few factors I feel to think about, Sony showcase tomorrow. One, it's technically not a PlayStation showcase, assuming there is still that distinction for Sony. State of plays are usually like smaller updates. Tomorrow, yeah, 6 a.m. I shared it in Discord. It is my local 6 a.m., which is. But yes, it is that time. Uh, so yeah, so things to remember again. One, it's not a PlayStation showcase, assuming they still do those. So and honestly, like if they stop doing those, we'll have to see. Maybe they'll have one later. Second is it is obviously fitting within the timeline of being part. I guess you could say maybe not directly, but indirectly part of the Tokyo Game Show week, because that is this week. Because technically Xbox has its own conference, but I don't know the time of that one. Apparently Sonic is also having its own thing. Like, huh? Sonic's own like presentation. That is interesting. Like it's not a Sega presentation, it's literally a Sonic presentation. Which I guess there's the movie, there's Shadow Generations, but like other than those two, unless they're like showing something else, like, to have its own dedicated showcase, what could they have? Is it wishful thinking we'll get a wild card? I guess that depends on your definition of a wild card. Because personally, what I would consider a wild card and would be interesting to see, because I do feel it isn't a big enough game that they'll save it for a showcase. I could see them putting it in a state of play, and it has been a while since we've seen it. But seeing more or an update for Little Devil Inside would be a pretty nice wild card for me. That is that like a action action narrative game where you're controlling this adventure in this like very like mellow atmospheric game. But the last time we saw that, I feel, was like a year ago, if not 2 years ago. Like I'd still like to see that come out, but yeah, like status of that is pretty question mark. So given that reasoning, I definitely consider that a wild card, and I feel like I'd like to see that. But again, because this is in the range of it being Tokyo Game Show field, whether or not that does actually play a factor, there is a part of me that is leaning on companies and or games that are more Japan-based. So, obviously, one, Capcom is gonna be there. That's for sure. I think that's a given, because Death Stranding 2 already has its own conference at Tokyo Game Show. So it being added in the showcase could just be additional marketing for them. So I could see it being there. But regardless of whether it's in the PlayStation showcase, I mean in the State of Play or not, we're seeing Death Stranding 2 in Tokyo Game Show. Like we already know that's gonna happen. I mean, maybe not Kojima, maybe not Kojima himself. Usually these State of Plays are just, an online showcase. No, not really like a stage event. So, yeah. While the Death Stranding 2 is probably a stage event, because Tokyo Game Show. So he's probably gonna be there. Maybe gonna introduce like a new actor or actress who was added into the game. Kojima putting himself in the game, I don't know if that's the angle he normally gets. I feel like he normally likes adding other people into his stuff rather than he adds himself. Because I know, because I can kind of like understand that, it's more entertaining getting other people in your property than, because it's so easy to just add yourself in. It's a lot harder to add someone else in because, you're getting their permission. You're hoping that they're jazzed to also want to be in there. Like, there are a few additional steps. And look, with all of the movie stuff he's been tweeting over the months, still assuming, I'm still going under the assumption that I feel like he'd want the actress who played Furiosa to be in there. So are we back to Alan Wake and Death Stranding? Sam Lake, probably. Yeah, I could see Sam Lake doing it. I don't know about getting the actor for Alan Wake, but I could definitely see Sam Lake doing it. But other than that, so obviously Death Stranding 2, Capcom stuff. So Capcom, it feels like there have been a lot of Resident Evil sales going on, and I don't know if I'm reading into this too much. But are they trying to subliminally get people's minds onto Resident Evil because maybe they'll be showing something Resident Evil during the State of Play tomorrow? Maybe not an in-depth showcase, but maybe a tease. Just like showing what the next Resident Evil is. Because I think the giant question mark at the moment for Resident Evil fans is the next game a remake or is the next game the continuation in the franchise? Obviously, either one we'd be jazzed to see. But the question obviously is which one? So I could definitely see Capcom, putting in a little tease of what to expect. And then, save it for the bigger showcase in the Video Game Awards at the end of the year. But it would still be nice to see. But even if that doesn't show, obviously Capcom has Monster Hunter Wilds to still show. They can just literally show another monster and we'll be happy. So there's always that. Maybe, try to highlight their fighting games again. Or like a new character in Street Fighter 6. I don't know. Maybe not that one. The Monster Hunter feels like the safe bet. But if we're going by maybe a little hopeful in terms of like what appears tomorrow, because Tokyo Game Show related, kinda, because Japan, it would be pretty wild if Ghosts of Tsushima 2 makes an appearance. Because if anything is more Japan themed in terms of like a big property that people are looking forward to, Ghost of Tsushima would be it, I'd say. Because other than those, I like a few other ones which maybe come to mind, but I'm not really sure about it. Could be an update for Phantom Blade Zero, because it has been a while since we've seen that. Maybe an update for the MGS3 remake, which is MGS3 Delta. Like, Konami, again, Japanese company, so I could see them also being there. Maybe even have a... Wait, did they already have a release date? MGS Delta release date. No, it didn't have a release date yet. So I could see MGS Delta getting a release date. Doesn't have to be a long trailer. All they literally need to do is like, have a trailer showing a release date, then people will be happy. Also, what I mean by speaking of Metal Gear, what's happening? Also, where's that? Stream Manager? Sorry, I forgot to open Stream Manager on my phone. MGS5 is on sale. maybe same reasoning as with Capcom, trying to get people to have it on their minds. Because, and why I do believe MGS Delta could appear tomorrow, is that by all accounts, as we know, I think, at least, that MGS Delta is supposed to release this year. And they have only so many more months to like make people aware of when it's releasing exactly. And, you know, with Metal Gear being, I feel, very tied to Sony in terms of like, where you'd associate the franchise with. The State of Play makes perfect sense. So probably will have a release date, I'd like to imagine. Other stuff that are there, which is obviously the one where everyone was memeing on it. Horizon Remaster is probably gonna be there. But like, you know, if you haven't played Horizon, honestly, it is an enticing thing because the game, by all accounts, still does hold up. I'd say the combat of that game was always very satisfying in terms of like how you have to deal with the more difficult creatures. Maybe the story, subjective, but still a game that could definitely use the performance up. Plus, again, maybe the same thing with Last of Us will put the first game in parity with that of the second game. Which, maybe does, in a way, feel like, why would you do that? But again, in my mind, I'm like, the devs choosing to do that is not affecting other devs from making the games that they're making. So, let the people making the remake do what they want. It's just like, whatever. Because, other games are still gonna come out anyway, regardless. So, I don't know, maybe relax. But, given that that might be there, it would be pretty interesting to see if the Lego Horizon will also appear there. Because, yes, that does exist. I don't know if that was also this year. But I guess maybe it would be too much if two if two Horizon games were showed at the same thing. What do you mean, huh? Lego Horizon was shown during Summer Game Fest. It was a very weird thing, but it was there. And if anything, Lego Horizon at least puts a little bit more character in. No, wrong words. A little bit more pep into the character of Aloy, which I don't know. I feel like that was another reason why I, maybe didn't like, or rather get attached too much with the story of Horizon. But like, I never really got attached to the main character because they just, I don't know. It's like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, strong female character, her, I can't get into that. But also like, maybe a little bit more emotion or like some levity. And obviously Lego Horizon showed that in spades. So, that's probably gonna be good at minimum. Plus, it's a Lego game. All Lego games and Lego games based on other franchises so far have honestly been like, for some reason, actually one of the better games in the franchise. Like, just look at Lego Star Wars. Some people say that Lego Star Wars is the best Star Wars game. And I'm not gonna fault them for thinking that because they are very fun. Because, like, I don't know if I saw it from an article, so I'm not 100% sure if it's real or not. And I guess you could argue a little bit of spoiler for Lego Star Wars or something like that. But wasn't there a Lego Star Wars game that apparently made Darth Jar Jar a real thing? Because, the memes about that was, super long, where the story made sense in the POV that Jar Jar was always someone playing the long con. with acting stupid, getting into Senate somehow, making these big, by being in that position was able to make this big decisions. But in the movies, never really did too much. But if it actually led up to the sense that he was supposed to be this powerful figure on the side of evil, it would all make sense. Like the fact that they can do that in Lego Star Wars is pretty cool. One for making the meme in actual playable fashion, but two, actually getting, I don't know if they need the go signal from George Lucas to actually make that story, or maybe just get the go signal from Disney to actually just let it happen. But yeah, just fun stuff. And if anything, if Lego Horizon is going to be something like that, then it's probably going to be good. Though, of course, we obviously have our wishful thinkings for the state of play. Like, it would be pretty amazing if we could finally see some of the Wolverine gameplay. RE9 definitely is a little bit wishful thinking. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is also arguably wishful thinking. If Capcom is there, Pragmata is a little bit wishful thinking. Like, there's a lot that we would hope would be there. Maybe the next Santa Monica game, but honestly, that's not the showcase for it. That sounds like a company that would probably aim for a video game awards more for a reveal. But yeah, like 20 games plus the showcase also makes showing of that wait, let me get their exact wording. Uh, Tune in live for news and updates on more than 20 upcoming PS5 and PSVR 2 games. So, by that wording, there is definitely some games allotted to being PSVR 2 games. Which, that's fine. They're trying to, still show that they're committing to, the VR machine they've made by having games there. Games that come to mind there. Wasn't there was a Metro VR game. I think there was also an Aliens VR game. And that's it. That's all that really comes to mind at the moment in terms of what could be VR. But, I mean, in terms of the short time slot, the state of play is, which I heard was around 30 to 40 minutes, if not 45. The VR is probably usually just another one of those montages where it's literally gonna tell us 4 or 5 games within the span of 2 minutes. So, we'll see. But, depending on how short that is, it'll be interesting to see, what else fills the spot. Because if anything, I think that's also while yes, we can lower our expectations for super big reveals during the state of play, at the same time, saying 20 plus games during the state of play does leave open a window for maybe there's something that will be there to surprise us. And honestly, that's all I personally look forward to every time I watch the showcase. Whether it be an update for something we haven't heard for in a long time, or, maybe something new. Though, of course, seeing an update from something you haven't heard in a long time is arguably more sought out. And while I say that, again, guys, don't get downhearted if there's no Silk Song, no Bloodborne, or other stuff. They will happen when they happen. If you keep expecting them in every conference, then of course every conference will suck. I mean, didn't Jeff Keighley make a tweet about, Hollow Knight not being there, and also Kingdom Hearts 4 or some Kingdom Hearts related also not being there? So yes, again, temper your expectations. But again, you could always be maybe he's playing us. He's telling us not to expect it because it will be there. You never know. But yeah, we'll see. Again, 6 a.m. tomorrow. because it's that time, no watch along because 1, early, 2, workday, 3, I'm not the only one sleeping here anymore for a while, so I definitely cannot just talk loudly at 6 a.m. as much as I would like to if I was to react to it. So, yeah. We'll definitely like share my thoughts on some of the stuff probably on Twitter if ever there's anything that really surprises me, or maybe a stream later in the evening. Maybe, I don't know, like I already had like, on my schedule Thursday's indecisiveness, so I could just put that on Thursday. Maybe just talk about it, plus talk about like stuff for next month, but I'll think about it. But there's always, leaving my thoughts on Twitter and in the Discord as well. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I wake up. If not, definitely gonna have to avoid social media for the first few minutes after I wake up. Hopefully I remember that, and just turn on the video. Even turn off all. Don't look at the comments. Don't look at Twitter trending. Like, just immediately open YouTube. Just uninstall social medias. I can't do that. As much as I despise some of social media, look, I need it also. I mean, keep the YouTube tab on, damn. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I can't do that because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I actually turn off my computer. I know there are some people that are like, you should keep your computer on. It actually works better for your computer, and I'm just like, no. I'm turning that off every day. And the phone, I don't think I'd like to watch that on my phone. I think I'd rather go to my computer and watch that for a bigger screen. Plus, it makes it easier to type stuff on the side if ever something did catch my eye. Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously I won't open my phone because literally if I grab my phone, I'm going to hit that Twitter button so fast. So I probably won't grab the phone when I wake up tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, other than that, basically terminally online gamer. Although I say that, but a lot, I'm not terminally online on PvP games. A lot of stuff I'm playing are single player, so thankful. Maybe a little bit bright side in terms of that statement, but also like, would still do miss a little bit of some PvP here and there. But yeah, I mean, if ever there's other stuff that maybe, just to be safe, since we're talking about social media and there's no awareness, although I'm pretty sure this is not going to go through, but apparently I saw on like the things that were like being caught in the algorithm for the For You, apparently Elon is trying to like lessen the effectiveness of blocking on Twitter. Because you know how if you block someone, that person can't see your tweets nor interact with you. Apparently they're like saying if you block someone, the person you block, you can't interact with them, but that, what do you mean quote unquote positive? But so the way it was explained is that if you were to block someone, you wouldn't be able to interact with the person you blocked, but the person you blocked would still be able to see your posts, which by all accounts defeats the entire purpose of blocking someone. It's really dumb. Like, I think the example that someone posted was the perfect example of it, where it's like if you block a stalker, you can't see the stalker, but the stalker can still see you. which is which is a horrible scenario to think of. But maybe to alleviate the worry of that actually coming to pass, unless something drastic happens in the legal system. But both Google and Apple, as far as I know, require a blocking feature for social media platforms on their platform. So obviously, you know, uh, Apple, iPhone, they can't do that because Twitter is on the App Store, and on the Play Store, Twitter is there. So thus, most likely this will never come to pass. You just gave the users a blindfold. A self-blindfold, really, not even a blindfold to the other person, which is like, again, incredibly dumb. But also, most likely never gonna come to pass because it would literally be illegal. So yeah, more just wanted to make you guys aware that it could happen, but most likely it won't. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that's most of the updates for now. Technically, there are other stuff that are on my mind, like having a lot of backlog on good stuff that are releasing. I'm staring at you, UFO 50, 9 Sols. You're in my mind, Space Marine 2. Like, honestly, people are, with some people being like, there's not a lot of stuff to play nowadays. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's so much stuff to play. Like, I didn't even mention Plucky Squire. Space Marine 2 is coming out. Helldivers 2 is getting more updates. I feel like there was something at the end of this week that was releasing, but I can't remember. Alright, too much stuff releasing, man. Not enough time. Also, not enough, stream time either. But, I'll eventually get to them. Haven't even finished Black Myth Wukong. Shame Helldivers 2 is still unavailable, unless you already owned it, which is my case. But yes, hopefully they do address that eventually. It's the effect of looking in the fridge and say there's nothing to eat. Yeah, I feel that. Especially if you have too much food of the same type. AKA me with my mood about, not being 100% certain about having Unicorn Overlord this season. Season? This ain't seasons. You could argue with seasons, but no, not seasons. This week, because, many RPGs. Only playing RPGs back to back does kind of wear in the mind a little bit. But yes, we'll definitely continue that next week if I don't do that this week though. And also, actually, speaking of that, although, probably they won't, but Helldivers is a Sony property. It would be pretty interesting to see if Helldivers makes an appearance tomorrow. Maybe even hint about the third faction already. If not, maybe they'll just do it on their own terms. I mean, majority of the Helldivers updates have been on their own terms anyway, so we'll see. Well, yeah, with that, I'd say that's mostly it. Also, to be fair, I did start later than usual today. So, probably best I do actually get to, continuing Disco Elysium, which, last time, we were actually able to close a case with figuring out where the... I don't know, we told the wife about the guy we found on the on the porches. Condolences for her. And hey, that case got finished. We also, I guess, partially finished helping the cryptozoology couple with fixing up their traps, which we actually do have a continuation of that now, where we need to refill the traps again. Seeing if that will be the end of that part of it as well. And wait, what was that? That was a sound as if there was a thought gonna be processed, but I guess not. And trying to set up the radio thing for the La Responsabilidad or something. But don't have enough stats for it, so that's probably technically put on hold. As for anything in terms of updates on the main case, arguably we learned on how the clothes got into the trash bin, which obviously allowed us as well to find another piece of the armor, which we do have here. So we got 3 parts down: the boots, the chest, and the gloves. So we still do need the leggings and the head, I assume, are additional parts till we get the full set, but we're on our way there. And yeah, so clearly showing that doing the side tasks is good, because somehow it will lead its way back into the main quest. Though the other story, the other murder, or not murder, I guess, death, the accident, is also a nice reminder, and maybe the game trying to nod a little bit at maybe not everything will lead back to the main case, which is probably a good mindset to have, or else you're going, you could lose yourself and start doing conspiracy theories about everything. So yeah, maybe let's not assume everything will lead to the case. But I'm also at a loss on what to do in terms of how to proceed the main quest. So doing these side quests might reveal some stuff anyway. So thus we do them.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there. This isn't the empty trap. That one Morel was setting up near the cryptozoologist's camp.
Oh, did I have to check back on only that other one? I thought I needed to check back on all of them. I know, given that, I probably don't need to check on all of them, but it probably will do my heart good to do that anyway. Because who knows, maybe it'll bring it up anyway, that like, oh, something was found in another one. Though it would be interesting to see if they actually do make the phasmid appear. Might help into our superstar cop mentality to be able to help co-discover this thing. I thought I heard a horn.
An old door worn by elements.
Weird. I swear I heard someone beckoning me.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but
Okay, fine. I guess it is the other one only. Still good to check, I'd say. Still wondering how that one will be relevant. Like, I feel it is probably not relevant to the main case, because if we can't get in, probably the culprit never went in there either. Especially with it being so far out from the crime anyway. But you never know, you never know. Also, my god, how many stories do you have to tell about that mural?
the trap stands empty near the reeds, powdered with snow. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' apprehensive hissing.
Release the
The
locust.
locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good, now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation?
Chill, Kim.
Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay, fine. Does it count as the quest being done? You've restocked the trap. Now report to Lena in Worthing. Oh, okay. So I guess we just head back?
All the traps are...
Okay. Well, since I know we didn't have to check the other one, might as well fast travel. And then see if that concludes this side adventure Though after that, begs the question, uh, what do I do? Like, it's been so long since I've like actually done something regarding the main case, and I don't know where to go anymore. I still don't know how to get this girl on the roof down here.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I recycled the entrance. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Did he go to rest?
Her smile is wary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
He went out to check the traps again, didn't he?
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has
Oh,
really
okay, that's
gotten
good
to
at
him.
least. It's probably, yeah, it's awfully
I'm
awfully
sorry,
cold
dear.
out there.
You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So who's going to check the traps? I guess that's us.
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Well, I did say I didn't know what to do after this. Well, I know what I'm doing after this.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough
No,
yourself.
come on!
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's
Yeah.
like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
You're not telling me everything here, are you?
Not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence.
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
Hmm?
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You told me you'd seen it.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
But didn't Morel also say, like, the stuff you said lined up with what other people kind of said? Which that, that would be a pretty interesting coincidence if it was just a dream.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Yeah, you seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Yeah, because that's actually what was going in my mind, where, especially with this line that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists, where it got me thinking like she was then linking it to like, oh, he only got infatuated with me because he thought that I was also into cryptozoology as much as he was because of my first-hand experience with this. So if I never had first-hand experience with this, maybe he would have never been interested in me in the first place. "72% is pretty high. So I think plus it's a red check, so I definitely can't like back out and equip stuff for suggestion. And I'm not gonna reload just to do that. But yes, I do want to say this.
An acorn
Oh,
is
okay,
the
that's
same as
good.
the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
An acorn is not the same as a tree. That requires time to. Oh yeah, yeah. Like saying that this relationship was nurtured over many years, not just by the act of the acorn being that of her experience with the phasmid sighting. And I need something good here.
All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Okay, it's just the same thing.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple.
And there's nothing pathetic about both of you doing the thing that interests you, regardless of whether it's real or not. I mean, look, media is literally fiction. Yeah, I mean, you know, it people are attached to fiction. And, you know, it could be fictional stories or fictional creatures, but then again, you know, something's only fictional unless it's proven real.
If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
Normally, I think about stuff like women and marriage. I feel bad. Okay, relax, my guy. We're trying to clean up here. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something.
Oh,
No?
of course it counts for something. But we've had our hard times too. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story,
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
I mean, obviously, I was not there for, you know, the time between they first met to the time when they became a couple and then married. But, like, clearly, there's a lot more time about that than this first meeting.
maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist.
Only probably.
Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
I mean, I still believe. Yes, I agree with this. I believe you saw it.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real
I mean, if
memory of
anything, it
how it
is
was
maybe
there.
only because of the old age
Not
that
the
you're
memory
wavering.
of the memory,
Let
but
the young people. Well,
it's
okay,
so
maybe
hard to tell
maybe
the two
not
apart.
young. Maybe the appropriate term is not as old people. Remember it better for you.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Actually, you don't need the help getting to Gary's.
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas powered.
Oh,
And
right,
the
there is a
taxi
lever
home,
on it. Huh.
It's not so bad.
Oh, yeah, I feel I'm gonna do this anyway. Just as I'm going around, I might as well.
Really?
Damn it, Kim!
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address just in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
It's been a pleasure.
likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
Don't finish that sentence.
A dream.
No, shush you.
A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence.
No!
Like that, She dries off. The gas enters.
Ouch! That was a high,
To the doors.
unnecessarily high-pitched
Pushes them
sound.
open. Outside, it's snowing.
We should go too.
Okay, I mean we're still definitely gonna check those traps anyway, but definitely a lot more open than I was expecting in terms of like using it to fill time. Well, showing.
It's you again. What is it?
Is there anything we can do with him? I guess I feel like us having our badge doesn't change anything. Hmm. Maybe the we can't say who the witness is, but saying we got testimony might maybe ruffle them a little bit.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't come to me. I went to them.
That's just contact this Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Right? Is he a local? I guess he isn't.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Definitely not this. We are not giving an address. Like, that's horrible. Saying he is from the government, though. Not gonna be scared, because, you know. Okay, I was about to say, why would the government lie? But then I'm like, don't read into that statement. But it is people who would be in higher power than them, so they would probably get scared.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. The last copper. What wacky claims did he make?
Okay, oh no. It has been so long since I've played the last time when I talked about the witness. I can't. There are no notes I can look back on for this. The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. Was it quiet? The witness definitely could not see well because I think I remember them saying it was pretty dark when it was happening. I feel like I do remember this. But I don't think this matters anything to them. Man! Ah, curse my memory. Plus not having notes for this. Yeah, because this is just flamboyance. This one, I don't fully know. Is this a real word? I need to I need to check if it's a real word. I have no idea what that is. Dionysius the Areopagite? That's not what I meant to see. I mean, I'm going to assume they're not gonna give us these choices to try to test us on it. I'd like to imagine.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Damn, they wormed their way out of it somehow. Try something else if you can.
Yeah, might as well go down this list then.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Well, no harm going on the full list, I'd say.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I agree with that. It doesn't honestly change anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
Hmm.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit. Then went and said it to people.
The fact
Get
that the
a
first
reaction.
choice had to include an
Don't have to
address
go to
was like,
cops
I
to
can't in
drive
good
by.
conscience choose that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
Sure.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses.
Okay.
Witness is a scary word.
It's +1. That's good. I talked to Joyce, the Murgahang. His friends are coming for you. Maybe, again, scaring them a little.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Honestly, in my mind, 2 is very much like, I never mentioned it. It feels like such a power play where it's like, oh fine, okay, I guess I won't talk about it then. While this one is like trying to feel so forceful that like, I know they're coming for you. They can, by being too aggressive, they'll be like, how do you know that they know that, how do you know for sure that they're coming for us? Right? Like, I think the vagueness or the uncertainty in the air will probably scare them more. Yeah, yeah, like that. The nervousness. So I think I'm gonna say this.
Goddamn right, it's nothing. The fuck are they gonna do? We got 10,000 men in the Union.
Okay, the fact that it didn't do anything and the fact that it's there means I can do it again.
Nervous, snickering.
Let me do it again.
There's a rush.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
He's also just one man.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
Murder machine? Maybe someone who committed this murder?
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
Ooh, no one controlling them, meaning they have nothing holding themselves back.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
Were they armed with automatics?
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Yeah, they got like that armor that I'm holding.
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
For your sake, I hope you're right.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am.
Okay, let's just add this in also.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or Barmy army.
They didn't even mention the skulls. Damn. And we just took those people's jackets trying to get into that gang. Damn, that gang doesn't even sound big if they're not even mentioned here.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Conclude with a shrug.
What do you mean, okay?
No, we can't give them any affirmation at all. That would have been more of a like okay, your funeral. But maybe a little aggressiveness would be good. Put them more on edge.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Ooh, that's very good. Authority 3, time to put on stuff that gives me authority. And I believe I have a lot of those. Okay, authority. I felt like I did. That's pain threshold, not authority. Come on, I know I had a bunch of authority stuff here. Nope, nope, nope. Yup, authority. No, no. Really? I didn't have anything else that gave authority? Huh. Was there anything here that minused it? No, authority is +2 because of this. Huh. I thought I did have more. Maybe worth giving it a stat. I am 5 points away from leveling up anyway. You know what? Sure, sure.
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, so did you just do a 360 on them, Kim? Adding to the intimidation? 83%! Surely this passes.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen
You
this
believe
before?
the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Just all talk, no action.
Oh,
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around. Okay, I won't say that word out loud.
you got a problem with beer now?
Yeah, I'm sober now.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
All of these choices sound terrible. But maybe also just showing like that we're crazy. They won't expect the crazy angle. I drove my car into the sea, you bitches.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick.
It's like, don't let him drink that. One more push, quick. I thought there'd be like a slaps the drink out of his hand. I like this one. It has the question mark exclamation point. You know, the added sense of urgency with the question mark being like, rather than
Titus is hiding nothing. Titus?
You want to talk to her? Fine, talk to her. I got
Yes!
nothing to hide.
Exactly. This is what I just wanted. Finally, we get to the girl on the roof.
So long as you treat her with respect. No questioning, no harassing, or you got the freight
What do you mean,
train
no questioning? We're cops.
heading your way. You understand?
What is her name?
Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here in the whirling in rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
No. Oh my god, these minus ones. This ain't happening. But I feel like it's this might be a requirement. Like, if these are like, oh, I just do this, but it's asking me to do this one anyway, good luck to my 70%. If I can pass and if I can fail 83%, there is a chance to pass to 17, but we'll get there.
Yeah, blonde, tall, 2 rooms over from yours.
Please don't tell me this is also gonna do damage again.
Sure, why not? You've probably
Huh?
seen her around.
Wait. There we go. No! Because I said it got lower? Are you kidding me? That's evil. 8%? Well, we have 3 health. We're not gonna die.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Ouch, my morale.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Don't say this. No. Don't show weakness. No, that's terrible. We already know that. We already know this. Yeah, no, I think we'll just leave. I think we'll just leave.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Well, I mean, good thing we have a lot of healing. I'm going to hope that... Okay, there are 2 ways this goes. we clear things up with her, so thus our morale gets up, or we lose all morale talking to her. I'm gonna take the risk. Also, Kim wants to talk.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her
Yes.
name? And the sort of quivering cello thing.
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I asked her what city this is and what year.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
Okay, you're not wrong. We do that with everyone. I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember
Okay,
being a cop.
That's manageable.
She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
So over or did you party together? Fun.
I wouldn't say it is.
I mean, look, fun in a, yeah, this is fun. This dollar game has been going on for 50 minutes. It's not over yet. Fun. That kind of fun. She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I think this goes without saying. Also, this being here scares me. Because we wouldn't remember. I'm just not gonna mention it.
We'll be alright, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified
Yay!
by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Thank you, Kim, for healing us. I knew I could count on you. But also at the same time, how do we get there? Right. Talk to the guy here. He probably knows how we can get to her. Oh, it's a hello corner.
Hey, was there
Was
something
this
you
always
needed?
there? Wait. I'm gonna hit save. Was this always here? What's this question mark? Oh, it's character sheet. Oh, it's just hotkeys. Huh. Okay. Okay, I guess we knock.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Oh, now she answers.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Is that a good idea? I mean, I guess we could. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she had an extended stay. Passes of the clothes, woman's. You see the yard below, the corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the medication first.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Blood thinner?
Anything of note?
Search the
Pill
bottles.
bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol.
Paracetamol? Isn't it paracetamol?
Read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Like maybe this is min-maxing a little bit too much, but look, if you got it, you flaunt it.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
No, we will tell the lieutenant. He healed us. We can't betray his trust.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Now!
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Now! I will not listen to
This
the devil
medicine
inside.
cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush.
Look at
It's been
toothbrush.
used quite a lot,
Please don't suggest putting it in your mouth. Please, I swear.
but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting.
I was not thinking about that.
It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the hand.
Okay, thank God we're not that much of a potential degenerate. Having more authority here is probably good. Though the -1 composure hurts when we're already like down composure with her. Like, enough that I probably want to put this just to help with some composure that we might need in this situation. Where's our composure? It's already 6. Like, we really messed up with her at the start, so we're playing catch up. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. I think that should help. We still have a bit. We still have some authority anyway, so that's good. What was the ledger? This one gave us stuff. Oh, and it's -2 authority. Never mind. I thought that could help, but no. Okay, I guess it's time to head up. Finally, we can interrogate. Ooh, no, there's more. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the
Smooth
surface.
as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Oh, I mean, my naive mind was like, this thing was pretty well, you know, or rather undisturbed. It's like, oh, I guess it makes more sense that it's replaced if it's that pristine.
Looks like it, yes.
The smell of cigarette smoke in the air, Astra, menthol.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Right.
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
The
vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Either I could say nothing, or I guess be fancy by saying it's a stereo investigation. You know, we got the left channel and the right channel, or I guess in this case, the upper channel and the lower channel of doors.
I hate it when that happens.
Okay, we're probably gonna find more about it from her. I mean, it is linked to her apartment anyway.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof.
Oh, it's a
and
red
up
check.
in the air.
Well, go for it.
You catch a
Yes!
single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Look, she looked, he gave a nod. We finger pistoled the guy who nodded us.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so chunky. The
Perfection.
flower in your other hand is impressed. So is Kim. That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them.
No, I mean, look, if we didn't take a shot, then we, you know, Ari could have never missed, but I rather would have missed for it anyway. Interact. Huh. We can interact with this and
6
increase.
crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is
This
this,
is the
Kim?
Insulindian lily, called Maybells or
Insulindian?
Innocence tears during the revolution.
Link to the
It was
phasmid?
used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Does this flower blossom in
Yes,
early
but
spring?
Not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Looks maybe someone brought it here. Is it a coincidence?
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Exactly.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
Ooh, thank you, reaction speed. Okay, now we should talk to her.
Welcome to the roof.
Also, wow, her room must be way more expensive if it's the only room that leads to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
No, play it cool. Proceed politely.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Oh no. Please don't drop morale.
I'm Kim Kitsura.
Okay, thank you,
I'm
Kim.
a detective from Precinct 57.
For derailing.
I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
No.
I can see that.
Mm.
I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
It's like it took you damn long enough to get here.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Wait, be careful, ask something else first when you go there. I'm assuming there means... Right. Sorry, my mind was on the murder. Talking about there. I mean, suggestion gave us a suggestion. Huh. Wait.
Why not?
It gave us a sign. The flower is of importance, but we need to figure out how the flower or why the flower is important. So let us get more info on the flower and then come back. Like being able to fully explain the significance of the flower will probably give us an option when talking to her. You, what's this flower?
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Do Maybells mean anything to you?
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Is this a royal military
It
tradition?
used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
Ah, that last one. Being sullied maybe could be relevant.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you have to wait for at least a month.
What about you? Do you have anything to say about them?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia?
Okay, no. Okay, that might be good enough. Like, having the information that it could be seen as something that has been sullied. Yeah, let's go with that as our initial when addressing her. Saving just in case morale goes to 0. It feels like there's a chance.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Sure, the flower.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
She looks at chipped.
Okay, I can go back
Looks
here.
like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's
A
Sambo?
martial art, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing or sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Why was there a flower
Okay, so
on
just
the
same
roof?
thing.
I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Oh, but the log of what to do from before wasn't there. But no, but we shouldn't ask. We should say this first.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
The first one.
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's the afternoon. It's 1 p.m.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
If she's unbothered, then it's like, ma'am, it's the afternoon. We're trying to do our job here.
Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
You don't want to say it?
My
That's
kid,
weird.
She must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Then what did happen between you guys?
We partied.
Like, like my face kind of party?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Yeah, honestly, no way. How?
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
Oh.
What did you do when you partied?
Well, okay, I guess he partied until he dropped. Literally.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Makes sense, especially over these few weeks. Were feelings
A little.
involved.
The drugs were good enough. And
Alright, the
we did
feelings of
enough
using
them.
drugs. Yes, yes, of course.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
This flows better in terms of like the conversation that's happening.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
Right, and we left him hanging there for like so many days. Oh god.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Say nothing.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
Oh, wait. And you did this without Garth knowing you were making this call?
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Since I get some idea, that was nifty.
Thanks.
Why go
I
through all the
don't know,
trouble?
sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Maybe drunk, but smart enough to still tap that wire.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
How did the Hardy
They're
Boys
frequent
know you?
guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy
Thank
boys?
you, Kim, for asking instead of me.
I have.
With who?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously.
Ah,
Like
and I
said,
see
it's
that's
been a
probably
long
why
winter.
he's also like, maybe, you know, maybe probably has a sense of like, don't hurt my property. I'm definitely, you know, maybe adding some some avenue on how maybe he'd see it, but I mean, he feels like the kind of man to do that. Yeah, then why did they do this?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines.
Yeah, the girl.
And against the Union.
Joyce, that
We
is.
didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Do you know anything about the bullet they put in
Bullet?
his head?
They shot him too?
So she didn't hear it happen. So it wasn't done here? Or maybe she just passed out from being too drunk?
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Sorry, wait. Just got a message. Okay. So were you aware that he had also been shot?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Sylvie?
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
Damn it! Oh, God. I mean, we have a name. I should probably write that down. Like, Sylvie bartender. Sylvie bartender. Where's that? Disco Elysium. Sylvie bartender might know what happened. Additional info ? Okay.
She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
Let's not say this. I feel we've heard enough not to imply this. Maybe just the first one then.
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Where was she though then? I was not present when they did it. Because if they used a gun, it definitely wouldn't have been quiet. Oh, we do have a name. We have Sylvie. We can probably try to get in contact with her.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels
Maybe
humid.
Garth might know about Sylvie?
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion? Wait a moment.
I had something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Interesting that we start all the way back at the start. This is, I think this will lead back to the previous ones. We should do
Croisier
this.
Amandu.
Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
A bad memory, officer. It's the past. People can't.
Yeah,
go
probably
back to the
best
past.
not to like to stir up bad thoughts at this moment.
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss?
Something stupid. Oranese lit.
Literature?
Oranese literature.
Oh.
It's what I studied at the university. Back to me.
You know what? Fine.
Nothing.
They gave the option.
I do nothing with it.
Okay, no, don't do that. That seems very uncool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Could you take out your passport just in case?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you've told us your real name then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
I mean, you could say it does sound a little bit made up that you say your name is classy. Okay, maybe that's like too a stretch.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing in here? In the Worthing in
entering.
Rags?
How long have you been staying here?
Okay, maybe we should have done this a while ago.
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
More in Martinez, I'd
I
say.
heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go.
Yeah, you're only 28. Chill, chill, lady.
I'm really not.
It's like, look, you're still in your prime. You got the luscious hair. Also, you got the cool factor, having the big roof, the view. You know, you got stuff working for you.
I have no idea, officer.
Oh, so she doesn't know. The window is new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
And she knows that it's new.
He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
Narcomania.
What did you say? Oh my god. Now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that's good if it helped cheer her up. But to be fair, you still shouldn't have those.
Oh yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
And the cutting includes Nacra.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Very funky. Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Volition.
You made the right call there. It feels good. Pure.
About what?
I'm talking about your zero tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful stance. Would you like to take it up a notch? Would you like to become an anti-narcomania zealot?
I'm pure and steadfast, only uncovered by narco.
Yes.
Yes, we're fighting against the half-light.
Narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past, and will probably do more in the future.
Huh?
But that doesn't matter.
Wait, what do you mean by probably do more in the future? How can we do more in the future but be uncorrupted by narco? Isn't that a clear contradiction? I don't have a drinking problem. I'm going sober. Have I been? Yeah, I've been doing that this entire time. I'm going sober.
Of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant material. You kept her off a dark course with that interjection. Are you ready to save lives?
Sure, why not?
That's good to hear.
Huh? Tuesday acknowledges your strange mob. He doesn't have any narcotics visiting him as he says it. What? Have we been saying all of these out loud? What? I thought we've just been rambling to ourselves. Oh God. What else have people heard from us? Oh, it's -1 from damage. That's why. We can also up it. We can also... I believe we already have some volition. Can we get even more? We can. Can we get even more? There's gotta be a faster way to be able to see all of the stats from your clothes. Or rather, I wish there was. Okay, but I mean, our volition is a lot higher now than it was previously.
It's a fine day for questions. Not my favorite topic, but how about we, change the subject to something more light? Yeah? Alright.
Volition 6, 58% still. I guess the perfect time to bring back the 50-50 rate. Oh, I don't think there's ever a perfect 50-50 here, but it fits within the range, so...
Soft.
There we go.
Back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful.
Oh, okay, that's not what I thought about when doing this.
Bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
Whose guys?
Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too.
You too?
Me? What did I do?
Also, drama, how are you succeeding at anything? My drama is literally on the floor.
These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
What?
Believe it.
Which ones are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them.
Really?
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit.
You know?
Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
Oh. Electric energy, no. Stop.
I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level.
Who else? Look, is it perception for staring?
She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can you turn them normal again? So...
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
But does that mean she's been lying, though?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Oh. Don't white knight for her, please.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
I've been talking to myself long enough. No, look. If we've gone this far, let's go the full way.
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised.
Okay, so I've been talking to myself long enough.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
I mean... No, don't let the moment pass. We took the chance to do this. We must forge forward. To unearth the real truths.
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
God, really? After all that? Nothing?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys.
It was all building up to something more. Just to be shot down instantly. Come on, Felicia, you gotta give me ammo here. You said logic can help us here, but that's like 90%. Okay, maybe not 90%. That's 50% of the brain.
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. Wait, what else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
I know she's
So you
manipulative.
said to her, what did you mean by it?
She has half my skill set compromised. Well, half? It's like 1/4. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean half? You got 1/4 of my system compromised. The hell? Well, maybe, logic is compromised. So our math isn't good either. Okay, never mind. It adds up. The math do be mathing.
She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised.
Well, I am anyway.
I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was candid.
The lieutenant seems oddly sure he is not compromised. Not psychologically, at least.
Damn it, Volition. Now you come back about this?
Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough.
Right, because she doesn't want to talk about it now. She said she wanted to talk about it later instead.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Let's get the authority back, because I think we need more authority with Titus anyway. Not a lot we can do about the physical instrument there, I feel, with opening it. Especially if we're doing by, like, kicking. Because I was gonna say, maybe if we had a tool in hand, but it's like, no, we're literally using our feet for this.
The same small, heavy door.
Yeah, this ain't happening for now. Okay, let's head down.
This window is...
Why was the window replaced though? Like, kind of giving off the air that maybe there was like an argument in here between her and the guy. I could be wrong. But still, why though? Also, what happened here? Oh, this one, the temporary research bonus. You can see it so clearly in a dark alley behind the boy. They knew it. A young couple is having segs on a shopping cart. Their eyes are bloodshot and their brains fried. They are in the throes of narcomania. On the top floor of an office building, a young exec takes a drag from a short spliff and his eyes roll to the back of his skull. He too is a narcomaniac. Someone needs to take a stand. The world needs a narc. The world needs you. Don't worry. You can still drink and smoke. Those aren't real drugs. Huh? I mean, I guess by definition they're not drugs, but so it just sounds like you're trying to have you're trying to scapegoat this. I'll wait until I level up before I commit to getting that. Okay.
It's you again. What is
Now,
it?
not sure where this one will lead, but she did say we should go back to him. Yeah, this is say it straight up.
Fuck. That fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
That was very straightforward. I was not expecting him to just be like, damn it! Or rather, I wasn't expecting him to just be like, damn it, immediately. Thought he was gonna be like, she's just, stressed. She's trying to not, think about it. He's just like, fuck!
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
It's like he's wanting to justify his actions.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Yeah, what do you mean? She was very lucid there. Elaborate for us.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Man, I thought I could finally use my reaction speed for this stuff.
Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
On tape?
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Where did you get this tape in the first place?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
When did you bug them?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communication.
Yeah, exactly. Since when?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell
So
in
they
there.
didn't bug them. They just have a guy listening, like over the wall.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
That's really funny. That's one very big bug you got there. Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth.
Okay, maybe I didn't have to
Care
say
about
that
getting
one.
Convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about. Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Bye. Hello. Take the tape.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
And we do have the tape player. Let's do it here. Interact, tape. I'm assuming it's automatic? It gets added to it?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to
There,
the
thank you.
apparatus with
Actually
a
automatic.
satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Let's play it.
You push Command Set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Ouch! My ears? Some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the
Excuse me?
Apocalypse style. kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally.
Gala render room Corti. A real nice one. Is this a person? Or is this like a description of a room? Because, yeah, he's probably not like talking to himself. He's talking to with someone here.
I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal reel. The tape stops spinning.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion. What was the silence at the very end?
End of recording.
Oh, I thought it was like a, because it got maybe was stitched together in a way. There was a pause where there shouldn't have been.
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
What now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony. At least to some degree.
Okay. I mean, I guess that is true. Because, we were being cautious talking about the topic because, he did die and she's framing it as like she had a good relation with them. But if the tape is to be followed, then maybe they didn't have a good relation, which is why the window maybe could come into play here.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
Good question.
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Something to that effect.
The phrase was used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
You think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Persona!
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke.
Oh.
And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Weren't you afraid of him?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
She wouldn't. She doesn't have the full hoy in her.
Shut up, Half-Light.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
No, let's go back to Titus before we go to that. Plus, Kim did say, you know, let's see what he has to say first. But funnily enough, like, you know, just when I was a while ago being like, I don't know what to do on the case. Now we're really hot into it, though. Which, yes, finally, thank God.
It's you again.
Yes.
What is it?
You know, if both of you were on the same floor, this would be a lot faster. So talk to her about the tape.
And
he tenses immediately. Chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
You caught him off balance. Push, and he would give way.
Just locker room talk.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Actually, yeah, she was honestly like, you know, if she had the ability to.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Yeah, he's emotionally attached, clearly.
Right. All fucking right then.
Also,
This
probably
is good.
jealous.
That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Yeah, I know her. She's just a girl. You know her.
She has my whole... It's not half anymore. It became the whole skill set. Okay, Volition, you gotta calm down. You're not the only one here. If anything, it makes it sound like you're the one compromised. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine.
Yeah, you're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Why does that line sound so much like a I can fix her kind of thing to say?
Well,
I can take the drugs away from her. She won't need those drugs when I'm around.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her so...
I kind of do want to see that one where I say
know
this
her.
one.
She's just a girl. What kind of pro? Out saying she's a hooker?
No, he's not saying that. Forget about it.
No, damn it! I'm curious to see where it goes. But okay, fine. Kim's probably saving us from a situation we can't take back. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say more than that.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Yes, finally, someone else he can be mad off instead of me.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Wow, we got a lot of rhetoric. That's good, but 2? Oh my god, why did we not increase that stat higher? And we did gain a level. But rhetoric? I think that's the first time we've had a rhetoric check. And we're already at 58%, so we just need a little push to get us there. Okay,
It's you
maybe
again.
that one
What is
additional stat. Also, Kim stopped 360ing. We got him on the ropes. 72%.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put
Right, the
him in
one who got
pressure.
super sweaty so quick.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. And Marty, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Wait. No. It's more than class. It's about these men, their district, their responsibility. So it's not this one.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, this one.
Union Town.
The responsibility for
You work
other
the
people
company,
taking their jobs.
We will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
Yeah, they don't even remember what they've done.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed.
Damn!
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Wait. Then ignore him. Turn to... Wait. Angus, yes, turn to Angus. I don't know if this will stop it though.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an
Okay,
imperceptible
good.
nod.
We look at him. We got the approval.
What does that mean?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
What?
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Elizabeth, you didn't need to go that far though. Come on, we don't gotta fat shame people here. Man's already having a hard time breathing. Then you also got to hurt him. Being on his side. Like, how dare you? Look, at least we're doing it because of the investigation. You're just like, fuck it. He's fat. I don't like it.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Yeah, leave.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Yeah, she really did just leave.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions. The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
So you didn't kill him then. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some
The
shit.
girls? Plural?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun
The
way.
window! No, that doesn't explain the gun though. Or rather, the bullet hole.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What
We
happened
went
then?
upstairs. Sure as day, the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
Oh.
Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Wait, does she not... Was she in a state like us? Where she killed him but literally does not remember?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If Classy didn't kill him, why the
You
cover?
may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. Oh, you meant that kind of training, like a spy. Maybe. Kind of people who are after her. I guess she'd have to be.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
The shot came from outside behind the window. The sniper? His co-worker? Maybe because like I remember there was there was like a warning where it's like, don't show the photo because one of them, the other guy could be looking from somewhere like internal, or maybe they had him bugged, could hear what he was saying. Maybe he was going to say something to her and thus was shot so it wouldn't be found out. While he was yapping, mouth open, head probably looking up because he's probably tipsy from all the drinking, jaw hanging loose, like and the bullet just like enters. Huh.
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I feel they would have taken another shot since then. It's been too long.
Been thinking the same thing myself.
So you had ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
It feels like it could be at the moment.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
So whose idea was to hang him anyway?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
The drug trafficker, the missing eighth Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her anyway.
It's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Look, just say you got progressive.
We're Hardy Boys.
Really? No, come on, man. Look, she gave you the direction. She's clearly down to get dirty with you guys. Not in that way, but in other ways.
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Thank you for this time, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Well, I guess this is the last round of the interrogation between the Hardy Boys and Classy. So let's finish this out before the end of the stream. Might as well squeeze it in. The shot came from outside. Interesting.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
We can do this probably after, we make it the situation where she can come clean with us.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were
I
expecting this?
knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
Maybe that's a little bit too hard given the situation. Maybe this one, like, I don't fully agree with it, but maybe not this hard.
You're right. There's more. You answer
What's
to
the
the
more?
coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What did
Just
you do?
business, but bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Okay, so facing towards the door.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
No, we need to know this information. It's hard, but we need to.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Empathetic.
So am I.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
Wow.
Around midnight.
Okay, so sober enough to remember time to that much detail.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high. No, it does matter. Because how would she remember the time?
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do
Nothing.
then?
I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little.
That's is just one precise shot at
He was
that.
still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Okay, so what happened after you ran
Shirley was
down?
tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Yeah, if reaction speeds caught that, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The 8th Hardy! The Hardy girl!
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
There we go.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy boy?
Why not?
There we go. We got a first name, probably. Or maybe a moniker that she goes by. Still
Well,
have something though,
Ruby
that's
said
bet
let's
that's
talk
really
upstairs.
good.
I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes.
Damn it, visual calculus!
Explained it would make the blood.
Oops.
You know what he does.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times.
Oh, so that's why he was clothed.
It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were
Ruby
hanging
said
him?
to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something.
And where
So I
is she
did.
now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy boys.
Did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
Downstairs we have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now. Of you. The downstairs people. All of it.
Okay, let's not push farther than
Like
that.
what? Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. True. We, like, you just do what comes first to mind, regardless of whether it helps you or not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days.
Even if we left him
I could
there,
hear the
he'd probably
thud.
still be doing it now.
So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then?
Hmm? What do you mean, who made the call then? So I called you. Who made the call then? Huh?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewsdown County Savings Bank.
Okay, so not
They sound small, but
not
they're part of the
involved
Lewis Scott
here.
conglomerate. That was
Just
the second
stuff from
job.
the past.
The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
That's a lot of shit you've gotten
It
yourself
is.
into.
Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
Yet, you stand out here on the roof every day, smoking, in the open.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however.
Oh, maybe
this is
accepting
paranoia.
death.
What
So
happened
other people wouldn't
didn't
get
have
hurt because it's
anything
like,
to do
I'm
with me.
right here. If you're gonna shoot me, just shoot me. Huh.
Or I don't know anything anymore.
I don't think it relates
All I
with
do
her.
is wait
If anything,
here.
maybe it's with the guy more. Because if someone could aim that well to hit the guy, they probably wouldn't have missed her.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
When was the window
Last
changed?
week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
No, plus, again, it's like, yeah, she might have done unsavory things, but I do feel there is sense that there are people who would want to go after her for what
this
she
guy
did.
won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up forcefully if you want to continue pushing her.
Manipulating your skill set. Lied about making the call. I'm still question mark about that one. Huh. I can definitely get drama up, but this is a lot to take in, and like I said, it is getting a bit late. I did go a little bit later than I was expecting, but damn, that was a lot of really good info just at the end there. With it being a definitely like deliberate shot, I feel. Because if they just wanted her dead, she's been standing here every day. But she isn't dead yet. So it isn't related to that. which means he was the target. And he was working for Joyce. So maybe could have been someone on the Union side. Maybe they bribed one of the allies of his and making the situation so the RCM could get involved and maybe potentially take their side, which is why Everett was like, trying to get us on his side. Like, purely, obviously all speculation, but we'll definitely like try to pick this up on trying to get more information. Like, we do have stuff to help us with drama, and it does seem like we can definitely go back to ask stuff from the Hardy Boys. But yeah, I do feel like things are definitely like picking up at least in terms of getting stuff with the main quest after so long of doing the side stuff. Good, feels really good getting more info with the main quest. Yeah, with that though, I think I will call it for today. So I guess quick save is fine. And yeah, with that, as usual, for those that were here, for those that chatted, for those that stopped by, and for those that lurk, do always appreciate the support. In terms of streams this week, again, this week, Friday will be Persona 3, Thursday, Wildcard. So not really sure what I'm gonna do there. Could be Unicorn Overlord, could be something else. Probably not Disco Elysium, I wanna say, but we are very much ending on a cliffhanger. So it has me thinking. So might continue it then. Well, I'll probably tweet on the day depending on what I decide. So, if ever you do stop by there, would be glad if you were there. But if not, there's always a future stream if ever maybe another game might interest you. But with that, hope you guys have been having a good day, afternoon, and or evening. It's gonna be finally the middle of the week. Again, if you're interested with State of Play, that is going to be early morning if you're local time tomorrow, or, well, I guess in this case, in 5 hours and 40 minutes. So, if you're staying up for that, good luck. If it is just normal times for you, then, hope something there catches your attention. But with that, I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully wake up in time for that, so I have stuff to look forward to. Hopefully. But with that, thank you guys for joining me in this stream, and hope you guys join me in my next one. But till then, guys, bye guys. Bye. Bye bye.